Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sonic Frontiers post-commentary space stages Let's Play continuation. In this series, what I do is I get all the red rings and show an S-rank run of the levels to ensure that everyone knows I know how to play this game. So occasionally, you'll see the game stutter like that. I really can't do anything about that. That was OBS that did it, not the computer. Since recording, I have upgraded my RAM, so I probably should have waited to record this after the upgrade, but I figured I already have this finished, might as well get it done now. And while I may regret that in the future, don't worry about it too much. The level 1 run will be done. And if you're wondering why occasionally the screen will become fuzzy like that, it's because for some reason my computer's having a hard time keeping up with the game. So when it attempts to keep up with the game like this, what ends up happening is that it's trying to perceive and load all of this content, and all of the filters really don't help. If there was a mod to remove the filters, I'll probably install it for the level 1 run, because this is a bit sad. I probably shouldn't be having this issue at all. But I figured if it's gonna happen anyways, it's gonna happen. And overall, I have a good time with this game. My biggest problem with this game, though, is that recording it is so difficult, okay? The lag when you start recording. Because I don't even think Grand Theft Auto 5 was this hard to run. Grand Theft Auto 5 ran pretty smoothly. Okay, not really. Grand Theft Auto 5 was running at 24 FPS the whole time. That is not a joke. When I was recording GTA 5, it was 24 FPS. But the actual graphical fidelity was fine. Here we have the opposite problem. Sure, the game will stutter, but for the most part, the game runs smoothly. There are maybe 3 instances I can think of where the game didn't run smoothly. For example, the start of the episode. But that wasn't the recording software. My game actually froze as I was playing it. I mean, it's probably because it was being overloaded by OBS, but that's besides the point. And this game itself is pretty fun. It's actually very fun. I platinumed it on PS5 today. That was on February 17th, if you want the date. And now we get to go through some of these other levels. Very fun levels to just play through. I have a good time no matter what. The S-rank runs are fun, the red ring attempts are fun, and overall the game is just a great game to have a good time with. And you see, I really am taking my time with a lot of these levels, not trying to, how should I say, speedrun optimally, just playing through the levels casually. It's pretty fun. I mean, the game will occasionally blur up like crazy, but for the most part, it runs well. It does what I need it to do in terms of performance. See, for some reason, this stage doesn't look terrible. This stage looks fine when it's running. I mean, it's a bit pixelated. It's running at 1080p, which is the part that I don't get. I could run this game at 720, and the game will probably look fine, especially if I keep everything else maxed up. But you can count the pixels if you're on a PC on my screen. Now, you would never finish in one sitting because there are too many pixels to count. You could count them. And that's the point that I'm trying to make. I don't think you're supposed to be able to count them. Because I look at other Let's Players, and they don't have any graphical problems with this game. And someone told me this is one of the easier games to run. I'm not going to get behind that statement just yet. Maybe my computer really is just outdated and I need to replace it. But I keep getting upgrades to it, so I don't think that's the case. I think I can actually record more effectively. I just need to think about what to do. Because I can get this game to look great, but the problem is if I get this game to look great, what ends up happening is this game runs at a very smooth 12 FPS. Or whatever the frames per second was in the live streams. The live streams themselves actually look better than the game play. But I'm not sure if that has to do with the actual gameplay being the way it is, or if something else is going on. Because this was recorded on OBS, whereas the live streams were done with Streamlabs. And I have different settings for both. OBS I usually just use for the Minecraft Let's Play, which is not the most intensive game in terms of movement. Sonic is a very fast game, and there's a lot of movement in Sonic. And that's why it tends to be the case that I'm just running through everything. Full throttle, max speed, holding nothing back in terms of where I'm going, what I'm doing. But even still, one would think that it wouldn't be that difficult to actually run this game and have it look great. Because I think I'm playing with low graphical settings for the sake of stability, but even the stability when I start recording goes down. I don't know if it's OBS, if it's me, or what's going on. But whenever I use OBS, my frames, no matter what I'm doing, just drop. Sometimes I can keep 260, but anyone who has been keeping up with either the Minecraft series or the Sister vs. Sister series, or hell, the Rebirth 3 series, which honestly is probably the only series on the channel that still has that high graphical fidelity in exchange for some slightly choppy frame rates. But even then, Rebirth 3 is not a hard game to run. It's a PSP Vita game. I can run a PSP Vita game right now on this laptop and it shouldn't be difficult. Okay. So just to let everyone know, I did die there, but I didn't want to waste all of your guys' time, so I'm just going to show you what happened afterwards. That was not your game jittering, that was me editing. Just to show you all, I know how to edit, okay? I am very much aware of how to edit, but the reason I point this out in this instance is because I really could have made it impossible to tell. See, this is a case where that wasn't the recording software. My game just slowed down in gameplay. I'm not currently playing the game. I'm watching the game being played because I already beat this game. I already done all the levels for the gameplay, and I wanted to just focus on getting the S rank and finding all the red rings. Because if I was doing this live recording and then editing in post, that's different than the way I would be approaching this would be a lot slower or methodical. But here I can just focus on the game and... Did I forget to edit that out? Okay. I honestly thought I edited that attempt out. That's fine. But here I can just focus on the actual gameplay. And as you can see, the gameplay is still stuttering. I don't know what's causing that. I really can't tell you what is. Because at this point I have Sonic Frontiers at the lowest settings possible. Okay, this game looks a bit choppy. I really hope that I can get the graphical finesse up in the level 1 run, at least. Level 1 hard mode. And hopefully in the modded 100% run. But the modded 100% run will be done way later once I figure out how to use Hedgehog modder. That's gonna be for way later. And why was there such a delay between the Frontier streams, which ended in December, and the level 1 run, which starts in May, probably ends at the start of June or one day in June? Because this is a 4-part series, so actually no, it's probably going to end on the 29th of May. Because once we hit June, I'm going to go to 4 days a week instead of every day. Because I've said it before, I don't think it's feasible to continuously record for every single day. It's just too many hours. I have things to do in my life. This is a hobby, not a dedicated project. See, when there's no motion, this game looks nice. This game runs super well. But once we start adding all these blur effects, the graphical fidelity goes down. I mean, I can still tell what's going on. And I think that the lag from Sky Sanctuary is going to be gone for a bit. As for my thoughts on the reuse of level design, I think I stated it in the stream, but for those of you who don't want to watch a stream from a few months ago that went between an hour and a half all the way to 4 hours and 30 minutes, give or take, because I will not be able to remember which stream I set it in or what minute of the video I set it in. I don't mind reused assets because I am a Neptunia fan. And if you're a Neptunia fan, you pretty much had reused assets from Mark II all the way to V2R. I mean, there are probably still reused assets, but the entire level environment was reused as well in those games. You know, the layout of the level and of all else. Here is just reused assets with reused level design, but they're not the same assets in level design. So you can tell that it's different. I'm probably going to mod the cyberspace stages to look like their original stages and probably give them the original music so people know which level it is. Because, while I do like the cyberspace stage music in this game, I do want to play this with the original soundtrack. because that way there will be more variety in the level 1 run, not the one, in the 100% modern run. The level 1 run will be the game in Japanese, just so people can see it. Because I see a lot of people posting the English dub of this game. I posted the English dub for the stream. But if you guys want the whole run, that's different. I'll do that in Japanese so you guys can see a different version of the cutscenes. And if you don't care about those cutscenes, then you can just skip them. And just like tap forward. I don't care about watch time, because I'm not doing this for profession or anything else. I would prefer it if you watched my stuff, because it means you like my stuff, but if you don't like it, that's fine. So here I am, realizing I almost missed this ring, and that I actually missed a completely other ring. I don't remember if I go back to get it yet. I probably didn't. Nope, didn't go back to get it, because this is actually one of the strictest ones to do. I think the level limit is a minute 20 for the S rank. But if you guys have seen that harder S rank mod, that just means you have to master these stages and play them one specific way. I think that version of this level is a minute 5 seconds, so I would have already failed here. And normally I can get that. I'm not sure why when I was recording I had the recording curse appear on me, making it super hard to actually get these missions done. But it's gonna happen, right? Sometimes you can't play super optimally like you can when you're not recording, not really focused on providing entertainment or creating a show. Here's just the run through the level, I guess. And how did I do this? Did I edit out? I didn't even edit that in. Damn. So how did I edit this? Let's see if I remember. Do I just show the level 3 times? I hope I didn't do that. I'm gonna have to cut the recording here. Perfect. So now that we've finished that issue, we can go back to actually commentating over this. Excellent. And here I am, currently going through this stage, trying to get the S rank. No, I'm not. I'm trying to finish the red rings. I remember now. This is a completely different day, if you're wondering. And at this point, I say, to hell with trying to beat this level in the normal way. I'm going to speedrun it because I don't care about the legitimacy of this run. I just care about doing it in vanilla versions of the game. Albeit, I'm not playing this level completely correctly, because this is one of the levels I don't go back to replay at all. This is a level that I played for the LP and nothing else. Now, don't get me wrong, this is still a fun level. This is the Missouri section if you played Unleashed, just slightly altered to make things easier. See, I don't understand how the drop dash works in the 2D sections. If anyone can please explain that one to me, I'll be very grateful. I tried to use it there, I just couldn't. And if you're playing on the very hard S rank versions of the game, I failed it by a little bit over 2 seconds. Pretty fun though, pretty fun indeed. And I got an S rank there. And I pulled the last red ring. I also registered for my classes in 50 minutes, if you guys are curious. Loading, loading, loading. Ah, yes, this right here. This is my favorite level in this game. Why? Because it's just Sky Sanctuary without the 2D sections from Generations. In other words, Sky Sanctuary from Generations is what I call a masterclass in level design. And here I'm not really trying to play the level well, I'm just trying to find the red ring. So if you see me playing this stage completely suboptimally, that's why. I should probably be doing a better job here. But then again, just trying to find the red rings in of itself means I don't really care about S ranking on the attempt of the stage. If I do get the red rings and S rank, that's different. That just means I show the level once and call it a day. In addition, I noticed that I only showed 4 red rings for Sky Sanctuary Act 1-2, which is Windmill Isle Act 2 from Unleashed, if you're curious. Without the 2D sections, obviously. The reason for that is because I thought I picked it up in the level, but no, it's just that I picked it up during the Let's Play. And I definitely showed myself getting that red ring in the Christmas stream, so if you guys watch the Christmas stream, you know what that is. I don't actually think I recorded the Christmas DLC, though, on Christmas. I think it was the 21st of December. I might be wrong about that one. In addition, these stages are just absurdly fun from beginning to end. 10 out of 10 level design. Super fun just getting through the stages, getting all the red rings, and everything else. It's just... it really is a joy to go through. I actually think I get the S rank in this attempt when I play completely self-optimally, simply because I was more focused on just getting the red rings. But since the S ranks aren't very hard in a lot of the stages, sometimes I just get it on the first try, which is good. Okay, that's really good. Alright, we get that, and that's the end of this stage. Pretty basic, not gonna lie. Overall, I was having a great time. I'll see you in the next part.